Thank you, Birte, for sitting down with me today.
You're welcome.
You're working on, I'm going to take a deep breath here, multispectral imaging of seeds for seed quality assessment. This is a very hot field in seed technology right now. What is multispectral imaging, and can you explain for me exactly what you're working on and why it's important for the seed industry?
The multispectral imaging is a technique where you illuminate the seed, the object, with different types of light, different wavelengths, and you do that sequentially. And at the same time as you illuminate the light, you do an image. So you have, in fact, stacked images where you have been illuminating the seed with light of different wavelengths. And it makes you some fantastic images of the seed. In particular, all the structures on the surface, you can sort of go and distinguish some of them which you have not been able to see before. So what we work with is in particular to look at the seed surface, for example, to see if there are some pathogen symptoms on the surface, if the seeds are shriveled. And we can also use it, for example, in grass seed to see to what extent is the seed developed, how long is the caryopsis compared to the length of the full seed, and so on. So it gives us an insight that we haven't had before. It's somehow similar to what you do simply with the eyes, although we do have wavelengths also in the UV and the NIR regions. But still, it's a way of assessing the seed quite similar to what you do with the human eye. But you have the images, so you can go back and you can analyze it. So that's also part of why it's so interesting in seed science, that you can go back to the images and study whatever you want to see.
I'd like you to picture a consumer in the grocery store who's shopping for food. How might this research one day impact that person?
It may not impact the consumer directly, but I think overall it gives us some new tools to look into seed quality, and also tools of, you can say, where we are being much better equipped to do quality assessment, so they should be faster to do, and also to give us more insight about the seed. And I think in the longer run it can be a tool in our aim to improve the seed quality.
Some of your research focuses specifically on vegetable grass and ryegrass crops. What interests you specifically about those crops, and how does multispectral imaging help you in studying them?
We study those crops because we have seed production in those crops in Denmark, and we work in close collaboration with the seed industry. And my field of interest is also the seed production, and it's so surprising to see how much variability we have within the plant, within the crop, and still we have to analyze the quality and make sure that the consumer get a unique product which is very, consistent in the quality. So that's how we try to use it with regards to spinach. We look for any pathogens on seed to be more able to distinguish the types of pathogen, and of course also to see how can we control them in the field so that hopefully we can diminish that problem. And for ryegrass, we know that the better developed the seed we have, the longer we can store the seed, the faster it germinates. So that's also part of what we look into. And we do try to see if we can use this technique as a new tool in seed quality assessment. So it's also our aim to have a proof that we can present for ISTA and make them look at this technology as a tool for future quality assessment.
You've been invited here to beautiful Monterey, California, in collaboration with the International Seed Testing Association to speak about your work. What does an event like this and the collaboration between ISSS and ISTA offer you as a researcher?
It's very interesting being here because there's a lot of you can say basic research being presented, and I work in a more applied field. And then it makes me think again about this variability that we have in the seeds, in the crops. And here we study so small systems, and still there are many things that we don't know. So of course it brightens the knowledge, and it's good for me to see what's going on. But it definitely also makes me think about how unique a seed is, because there are so many things that we are still trying to study. We don't know, but still the seed, it just works. And we can dry it down and we can water it up and it does its job. That's fantastic, I think. But with regards to quality assessment, I think that, of course, the more knowledge we get about the seed, the better we can also perform the quality assessment. And overall, I think the aim for both of these societies are to help this industry and the consumer to get some better products.
Thank you very much for your time today.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure.